When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. How is that possible? It's not only possible, it's a real thing. It happens. But you must change the way you see things. You must change your understanding of things. You must change the way you go about looking at the world. And how do you do this? It's through your subconscious. There is only the conscious, the subconscious, and superconscious. That's all there is. That's all there ever will be, okay? But you have the power. You have the power in here, okay? Now, let's discuss this. All right, so the subconscious is your key to everything. Your subconscious, between the ages of birth and 7 years old, is totally being you're absorbing everything, all of your experiences. Now, from these experiences, your subconscious forms beliefs. Those beliefs, let's look at a tree. Okay, I always give the example of a tree because it's easy to follow. So the roots of the tree are your subconscious beliefs. That begins to form your paradigm or the way you see the world. Now, when you change your paradigm, okay, the things you look at change because now you're starting to see the world differently. So let's say, for example, let's take a little sidetrack over here to the left, okay, or to the left, depending on which way you're looking at me on the screen. Okay, so now if you consider, okay, that you're thinking right now maybe, oh, the world's a spooky place, okay, the world will become spooky. If you think the world is a great place, the world is abundant, that is what the world will become for you. Because your subconscious takes you on baby steps to your goals, okay? It takes you on little baby steps, a little bit here, a little bit there, right? A little bit here, a little bit there, and it takes you towards your goal, and it takes you towards accomplishing your goals. Now, if you see the world as a scary place, a spooky place, a depressing place, then your subconscious will start to take you in baby steps to that spooky place. Okay, your subconscious and your reticular activating system and your brainstem start confirming these things. It starts confirming your beliefs. So your reticular activating system in your brainstem acts like a filter. And how this works is you start seeing things to confirm your beliefs. So let's say, for example, you believe the world is a spooky place. Your reticular activating system is going to look for proof and show you, oh, look, see, somebody got killed over here. Oh, see, somebody got their house broken into over here. Oh, you see, this happened, this happened, this happened. And now your beliefs are confirmed. And this process goes into your paradigm. And now you see the world as a spooky place. Okay, now it's not necessarily so. Okay, out of 7.2 billion people on the planet, okay, no two are the same. Nobody's just like you. Nobody is exactly like you. Some people look like you. Okay, there are doppelgangers, right? Some people look like you, but nobody's exactly like you. Okay, you are an individual. The way you see the world is based upon your experiences. Now, the core of those experiences up until 7 years old, that's your core, okay? Now, you can change possibly 15 to 20% of that in adult life, but it takes a little work. It takes, just a little bit of work. Now, what am I talking about? Well, it starts with one of these, okay? So you can start with one of these, and you can start with one of these, and you can start doing affirmations like this. Okay, like this. Okay, very easy to do. Very easy. Okay, it only takes you a few seconds a day. But what this does is it starts to reprogram your beliefs. It starts to tell you, okay, well, now because I've been writing this over and over and over, I'm starting to believe this, right? Okay, so have you ever known people that, they tell a lie, but they tell the same lie over and over and over, and pretty soon they believe their own lies? Okay, so yeah, I've met quite a few of those people. Okay, but they change reality for themselves. Okay, now a lie could be used for good. It could be used for bad. Okay, one of the questions we had from one of our viewers We're on 7 platforms right now, by the way, going live in many places of the world right now. But one of our questions was, well, how do I tell the difference between delusion and reality if I'm telling myself that this is one way when it's actually not that way yet? Now, what's the delusional point in all of this? Well, the delusion comes in the confirmation. Okay, so if you're writing down, I am so happy and grateful now that I am smart. Okay, you're subconscious, right? You use one of these. Okay, I am so happy and grateful now that I am passing my math test, something like that. Okay, now your subconscious goes, oh, math test. Okay. So what do you need to pass a math test? Well, maybe some study, maybe some homework, maybe some formula, maybe some equations. And your subconscious goes, oh, how about this? How about this? How about this? How about this? Okay? So a lot of people aren't aware of intuitive thought. Intuitive thought has gotten me through almost everything in life. Intuitive thought has put me in a place where at one point in time, the doors opened for me. Okay, and then the doors kept opening for me once I started employing the secret. What's the secret? The secret is your subconscious. Okay, so The Secret, Rhonda Byrne's, documentary, The Secret, started this a long time ago in the law of attraction. Well, I'm here to tell you that the law of attraction is not magic. I'm here to tell you that there are many avenues to the same place. Okay, but each one of those avenues to the same place involves your subconscious mind. Okay, it's not magic, it's not witchcraft. Can you do witchcraft? I suppose. I've never done witchcraft, okay, but I suppose, yeah. I suppose those things work because you have a subconscious. So think about this. If you're saying a prayer or you're casting a spell, right? I don't know how to cast any spells, but I'm just saying if you're saying a prayer or you're casting a spell, either way, you're saying an intention at the root of it. Okay, so when you pray, when you cast a spell, when you make an intention, when you make a wish, when you pronounce something into your life, okay, when you speak it into existence, okay, a lot of people go, wait a minute, only God spoke things into existence. God spoke the world into existence, right? Yeah, okay, well, so can you, okay? Try it. Try speaking something into existence because you have negative self-talk, right? You have those thoughts, right? Don't you get those thoughts like, oh, well, I'm not too good at this. Oh, I'm not too, oh, my mom said I'm this. Oh, my dad said this. Oh, my nephew called me stupid. And you start to think about it. So if somebody calls you stupid, right? Or depending on what the context is, maybe you think about something and go, yeah, maybe I did say something stupid. And then you start questioning. Good morning, Karen. You start questioning, right? And then when you start questioning, what happens? You start finding proof, right? Like, oh yeah, I remember that time at the party, I said something without researching it. Yeah, that was stupid. Oh yeah, I remember that time I was talking to Bob and we were talking about the sports score and I got it wrong. Yeah, that was stupid. And then you start having all of this confirmation going on. And then what? Negative self-talk. Well, if you can do negative self-talk, can you counteract that with positive self-talk? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can tell yourself good things about yourself instead of bad things about yourself. You can counteract all of this negative self-talk, okay? Not only is it possible, it's necessary. You need to speak positivity into your life. And when you speak positivity into your life, your subconscious goes, what? Oh, we're doing that? And it starts to take you on baby steps towards that, whatever that is for you. Now, when you start doing these things, what happens? Well, the doors begin to open. Positivity begins to happen. Why? Because your attitude changes. Hi, Marilyn. How you doing, Marilyn? So your attitude changes. When your attitude changes, what happens? Results change. Okay? When your attitude changes, when your actions change, your results change. Okay, now back to the tree. Your subconscious beliefs, okay? Those ingrained beliefs that you have become accustomed to, that you have believed, okay? Now, they form your paradigm, your understanding of the world, okay? Now, most people go through the world like this. Most people go through the world like this every day, okay? This represents insecure. This represents guarded. This represents fear. This represents, right? Okay, all of these things, okay? Keeping everything like this, okay? And you're all tied up and you're all stressful and you're full of anxiety. And now you're going about your day expecting good results. How is that going to happen? Well, let's take a look at the paradigm. However you see the world is what the world is going to be for you. Okay, if you see the world as a spooky place, your reticular activating system is going to go, oh yeah, here, this is the evidence over here. Here, there was a car accident over here. Oh, somebody got robbed over here. Oh, I saw some bad news online over here. Oh, I saw something on TV over here. Oh, I saw this movie that talked about this whole thing, and I saw it in public, right? Okay, so that's your reticular activating system. It's going to show you confirmation of whatever it is that you believe. So if you believe something, right, whatever it is, your reticular activating system's job in your brainstem is to go, okay, well here, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. And this is why when you're in the market for a car, right, that red convertible, right, BMW convertible, you start seeing all these red BMW convertibles. How is that? Oh, because you're interested, right? Oh, just now I saw another one. I saw another one. I saw another one. And I didn't know there were so many, right? You know why you didn't know there were so many? They were always there. They were always there. The reason why you didn't know there were so many is because you weren't focused on it, okay? So what you focus on intensifies, okay? If you focus on negativity, you get more of that. You focus on positivity, you get more of that, okay? But whatever it is that you focus on, it's in the Bible. It's all over the place. It's in all the holy books. So I made some notes this morning, and I want to share with you because you have to know it. It's not just me saying these things, okay? It's not just crazy uncle talk, okay? So I'm gonna explain this to you. Now, when I was doing my career, right, and all these good things started happening in my career, people were like, "Wow, this guy's lucky." No, I was deliberate in it. I was writing it for years and years and years. If you go on my TikTok, on my Facebook, on my social media, you'll see the videos of my affirmations. Once in a while, I put it up. 10 years of affirmations. I made that video at the 10-year mark. It's been way more than 10 years now, but I do it all the time. And this is my new one. My new one here that I'm working on. This one, and then this one over here is the one that I always show you guys. Okay, this is the recently expired one. Okay, and you see the dates over there. Okay, so in order for you to do this, I know it looks crazy. Uncle's crazy. People are just lazy. The majority of people. I don't have any stats on it, but the majority of people, what do they say though? I'm too busy to do that. I gotta go to work. I don't have time to sit down and write an affirmation. It doesn't take very much time. It takes less than a minute to write it out, okay? But it will change your life. It will change your whole life because it changes your attitude, okay? So when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. It really does change. I used to think the world was a bad place in my 20s. I had a very turbulent 20s. I was lost in my 20s. MP Surrounds, good morning. I was very lost in my 20s. I was fighting the world in my 20s because I was angry about things that happened in childhood. A lot of stuff happened in childhood, right? Everybody's childhood. Nobody goes through life unscathed. Nobody goes through life like with an easy life. I don't know. I know a lot of rich people, a lot of wealthy people. None of them had easy lives. None of them. I know poor people. None of them had easy lives. I know people in the middle. None of them had easy lives. Okay? The people that I coach in my profession as a life coach are what I call high performance individuals. So these people are CEOs, they're nurses, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're business people, stuff like that, business owners, that kind of thing. Those are the people that I serve. I'm doing this so that you can see, so that you can, share in the good news, that you can change anything. You can change anything. So I brought some notes, okay? And I brought some notes this morning because I want to show you that this is not just this is not just me saying this. This is not me trying to make you feel good. This is not me trying to tell you stuff that you can't do. Okay, this is very, very easy to do. So the law of attraction, right? So we've come to know this as a commercial thing, right? Oh, that's the law of attraction. I've talked to some Christian people that I know that go, oh wow, that's evil. That's demonic. It's demonic, really? It's your subconscious. Come on, right? Okay, so there's so many quotes in the Bible about this. Okay, now let's go back to the Torah. Okay, so the Torah is the Hebrew Bible. Okay, now in the Torah, Proverbs 23:7. Okay, it says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Remember that from the Bible. This is in the Holy Bible. Okay, it's also in the Torah. Okay, in Exodus 21:24, the story of spies. Okay, read that. Check it out. Okay, Numbers 13:14. Okay, those who believed they could conquer the land succeeded. Those who doubted failed. Okay, it's all over the Bible. Okay, in the Bhagavad Gita, what is that? Oh, that's the Hinduism. Okay, it's in Hinduism. All right. So in Hinduism, Bhagavad Gita 6:5 says, one must elevate oneself by one's own mind, not degrade oneself. All right, let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about degrading oneself. How do you degrade yourself? You know, a lot of people have extremes when I say that, right? You think about extremes. Oh, degrade himself. Oh, he used drugs. He did this. He did. No, you degrade yourself by saying things like, I'm stupid. Okay, in the Bible, God introduces himself to Moses as I am. Okay, so in Isaiah, he says, tell the people of Israel, I am sent you. Okay, so if he introduces himself as I am, God is I am, you are, I am. You know the I am statements that we teach everybody? Okay, so I have all of my clients do 100 I ams when they come in as clients. Okay, because you have to get your subconscious going. Your subconscious is like a muscle. If you don't exercise it, if you don't flex it, okay, it just sleeps. It just cruises on cruise control. And it's like, and then you start giving it direction, and it goes, what? We're doing what? And then it starts working. So do 100 positive I ams. Okay, if you want to go a step further, read them all out loud when you're done, okay? Because imagery is the first thing that brings about manifestation. Imagery is number one. The sound of your voice is number two. Okay, your voice can change your life. I've changed a lot of lives through people's voices. You can look on Voice Master Vocal Development. Okay, we develop voices. It's another way of saying we develop humans, but we do it through their voices. It's for speaking, it's for singing, it's for voice acting, you name it. Okay, it's for anxiety. You want to get rid of anxiety? Your voice is the fastest way. It's the fastest way to what I call base level, okay, or neutral, or just calm, okay. But that's what it is. So do that. Do 100 I ams. But when you be careful what you use after the letter I, because it refers to you. You know, oh, I'm stupid. Oh, you know how stupid I am. Oh, you know how dumb I am. Oh, you know how, right? And what are you doing? You're cursing yourself. But most important, you're cursing God's creation. Okay? God is I am, and you are. Okay? And because God is, so you are. You're created in the image of God. So, you know, whether you call it God, source, whatever you want to call it, Allah, the Most High, infinite intelligence, higher self, all of those things. But you're created in that image. So when you speak against yourself, what are you doing? You're degrading yourself, okay? Without even thinking about it. So we've been taught humility in this generation, in my generation. I'm a boomer, okay? In my generation, we've been taught humility as thinking less of ourselves, okay? When actually we should be thinking of ourselves less, okay? And not less of ourselves. There's a big difference, okay? So humility is not like putting yourself down. Everybody always puts themselves down. You talk to people, give them a compliment. Watch, they will put themselves down. right? You go, oh wow, you're so good at carpentry. He'll go, nah, I just, right? They start dismissing themselves. Okay, that's the first sign of low self-esteem. Stop dismissing yourself. Okay, you don't have to go around going, yeah, I'm the man. It's not about that. It's about, what about just saying thank you? Somebody gives you a compliment. Wow, hey, Sally, that's a nice dress you got on. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Somebody gives you money, right? What do? Oh, no. What's that for? What's that for? If you do that, you're going to be poor. Receive the money and say, thank you. Because why? Because when you say, no, what's that for? Well, no. Or you say, you shouldn't have when somebody gives you something. You're insulting the giver. Why would somebody give to you if you're going to keep insulting them? You see? Okay? So, just express gratitude. Say, thank you. Wow, thank you. Oh, wow, you give me $10? Thank you, Mom. Oh, you give me $10? Wow, oh, thank you. Oh, bought me a cup of Starbucks? Wow, thank you. And leave it at that, okay? Never mind putting yourself down. The more you put yourself down, the more others see you put yourself down, and the more they're going to help you, okay? And then you have a whole bunch of people putting you down, okay? So you don't need to help other people put you down. All right, so in the Bhagavad Gita 6:5, okay, it says, according to one's faith, so they are. It's in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, this existed many years before the Bible. Okay, the Quran. You want to talk Quran? For you Islamic people, peace be upon you. And when my servants ask you concerning me, indeed I am near. I respond to the invocation of the supplicant when he calls upon me. Surah Al-Baqarah 2 verse 186. Okay, so it's in the Quran. This is the law of attraction. Okay, so whether you want to call it the law of attraction, whether you want to call it subconscious, whatever you want to call it, okay, you want holy Bible verses, okay, Bible people, here you go. Okay, Mark 11:24, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. It's your subconscious it's talking about, okay? Your subconscious, because you have to be, where does the belief come from? Your subconscious. That's the roots of the tree. It's your foundation, your beliefs. It shapes your paradigm, your overall view of things, your overall view of the world, how you see things, okay? And when you change that, right, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. The whole world changes. And then what do we have above the, so we have the stalk of the tree, okay? We have the body of the tree. On the top, we have the fruits, okay? In the Bible, in the Bible it says, you shall know them by their fruits. Because the fruits are the actions. The fruits are the deeds. The fruits, okay, are the habits. So what do you have a habit of doing? Well, your actions have results. Your actions have consequences. Okay, when people say that, they think negative. Oh, well, every action has a consequence. Consequence sounds like, you're going to suffer something, right? Well, if you have good actions, you're not going to suffer things. If you have good intentions, if you're helping someone, if you're helping people, or if you're doing a good service, or if you're doing something good, productive for the community, if you're doing something productive in that manner, you're going to get good consequences, right? So consequences is not a negative word, although there's negative connotations associated with it. Proverbs 23:7, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he, right? And you know what they say, right? They say God knows your heart. Now I'm just going over some Christian things for you, okay? We went over Hinduism, we went over, Islamic verses. Matthew 7:7, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. What is that? Well, when you're seeking, how do you seek? Most people seek with their eyes, okay? Most people seek like this. They look, they seek. Oh, because we have eyes, we look out there, okay? That's not how you seek. You seek in here. You seek with your eyes closed. You seek with your eyes closed and you ask questions. And you get answers. But you have to be still. There's an old expression that says, be still and know. Not be still and wonder. Not be still and maybe this, that, and the other thing. No. Be still and know. You have to know like you know you're going to get something. You have to know. So when I started out in the entertainment world, I knew something was going to happen. I didn't know what. You don't have to know what. Okay? You don't have to know the how it's going to happen. Okay? You just have to have that. Yeah, you have to do, you got to know the what and the why. But you don't have to know the how. The how is God's job, or higher self's job, or infinite intelligence job, or Allah's job, or Jesus Christ's job. The how is not your job. You know why most people fail? The majority of people fail trying to figure it out. You know what happens? Let me show you. You get the right brain idea. Okay, that's where the creativity comes in. That's where imagination comes in, your right brain. Okay, and you get intuitive thought. I'm going to start a business. I'm going to start a health food business, right? Now, your left brain, your reptilian left logic brain, right, starts to think. It starts to rationalize, right? It starts to do critical thinking, okay? You ever seen someone in critical condition? Okay, critical thinking, okay? So when you get the idea and you go, I'm going to start a health food business. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Your left brain goes, well, you remember when you tried to start that other business you had? You remember when you were just out of high school and you did that other business and you failed? You remember when you tried that and you remember when it fell apart? You remember? Or it goes, oh, don't be ridiculous. That's such a big idea, right? Like nobody has those big ideas. You're hallucinating, you know? When I put my name in a browser, and this is not a flex, this is so you can do it too. When I put my name in a browser, I put Junior Kekuewa Jr. in a browser, any browser. I get 17, 18 pages on things that I did. But that's not the thing. It's not that I've done things, okay? Anybody can do things. Anybody can do anything. You can have, do, or be anything, okay? My life is just proving that fact alone. Okay, that's all it is. And I like to do different things. So when you look online under my name, you go, wow, who is this guy? Like he does all this stuff, okay? Because when I was young, I saw life as a Baskin and Robbins and not just a one flavor kind of thing, right? I want to do everything. I want to try this. I want to try that. I want to date this girl. I want to date that girl. I like the way that girl looks, like the way that girl looks. Oh, I like the way this business goes. Let's start that business. Let's build this business. Oh, I want to build that one. I want to try that. I want to build a record company. I want to do that. I want to do recordings. I want to do that. That kind of thing. So there's a lot of things. But the reason I'm telling you this is because all of those things that I see when I put my name in the browser, I see 12 years old. I see the 12-year-old me sitting down in the valley on this island that I'm from, right? All by myself in the trees, sitting in the valley, just fantasizing in my head, right? And I used to speak these things. So it's important that you speak the dream. I used to speak these things and my classmates would go, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, you can do a Waikiki show. Yeah, right. Yeah, you can be on the radio. Yeah, radio. Okay, yeah, But, these things happen because they were in the back of my head. My horse happened because it was in the back of my head. All of a sudden, one day the horse showed up, right? I love horses so much. I only wear clothes with horses on it. I love horses. It's not about who makes the thing. I didn't even know who Ralph Lauren was, But I tell you what, it was a goal. You want me to tell you the horse story? Okay, I'll tell you the Ralph Lauren story. People ask me all the time, like, Uncle, how come you only wear Ralph Lauren stuff? Well, because I like horses. Like everything I have has a horse on it. Okay, everything I have has a horse on it. Why? Because I love horses. I had a horse. 11 years. I been there, done that. 11 years was good. Okay, the right horse came along, the right horse trainer came along. God bless him. He did more for me. I learned more in my life from a horse trainer than I learned from anybody in life. I used to call him my sensei. Okay, but here's the thing, right? This is the horse story. So, I loved horses as a kid. I used to go riding as a kid. My friend, my classmate had parents that owned a ranch, and we used to hang out, summertime, and we used to hang out at the ranch. And I said, one day, I'm going to get a horse. One day. I didn't know when. I was a kid. I was 12 years old, right? I was like, well, whatever. But it's always in the back of my head, right? It was always in the back of my head. One day. That's all you need to do, okay? That's all you need to do is keep it in the back filing cabinet. That's what I call it, okay? Your subconscious, basically. Because your subconscious will make it happen if you allow it, okay? All you have to do is allow your subconscious to work. And that's why they say, okay, it's not magic, it's not witchcraft, it's not voodoo, but that's why they say you have to make the intention and let it go. And you have to let it go because you can't keep reminding your subconscious about it every day. Every single day. I want a horse. Right? Okay. You just need to say it once. When you pray, you just need to pray one time. That's all. It's powerful. Okay? I've tested prayer over and over and over when I was younger. Every prayer came out. Every prayer happened. Everything. Okay? And you have to add gratitude to that. You have to be thankful. You have to be grateful. You have to express gratitude. But here's how the horse thing happened, right? So the horse thing happened because I had a boss once, and he was wearing a shirt like this that had a horse on it, right? And I said, wow, I didn't, at that point in my life, I was in my 30s, I don't focus on things I'm not interested in, and I didn't know where you get a horsey shirt from, right? So I was like, wow, that's a horse. That's unreal. Where do you get that from? And he told me. Okay, so I went down to the store. Now I was making $5 an hour doing radio in those days. $5 an hour, right? So I get to the store and I'm ready to buy this horsey shirt, right? And that's how I saw it, right? I'm like, I'm trying to be entertaining here, but yeah. So I went down, and my shirts cost like $10, $11 at the time, $12. Okay, that's the kind of shirts I was buying. That's the kind of shirts I was wearing. I get to the store and I go, excuse me, ma'am, do you know where they have the horse shirts? I didn't even know it was Ralph Lauren. I had no idea. I had no clue. Okay, I don't pay attention to things I'm not interested in. And it's always, here's a side note to this, okay? Before we get on with that story. The side note is always come from I do not know. You will learn more in life. Come from I do not know. Okay, don't feel stupid. Just come from I do not know. Oh, you know about this one? No, tell me. People are glad and happy to share, okay? So come from I do not know. So I didn't know. And I said, where's the horse shirts? And she probably thought, whoa, this guy doesn't know it's Ralph Lauren, okay, whatever. She goes, oh, it's over there in the corner over there. And so I went to the corner over there and I thought, wow, these are amazing. Horses on shirts. Now, I used to see penguins on shirts, Munzing wear, right? I used to see all kinds of stuff on shirts, but never a horse. So I went over there and okay, I'm going to get one of these horse shirts. And I looked at the price tag and I went, holy cow. It was like $100 for a shirt. I was paying like $12.99 for shirts, right? I'm going, whoa, $100 for a shirt. And I was embarrassed. I was totally embarrassed because I could not afford that shirt. I couldn't afford the shirt at all. I was like, oh my God, I don't have enough money. That's like half of my paycheck for one shirt at the time. Okay, I was making $5 an hour. So I spoke it. I said, one day I am going to make so much money that I'm only gonna wear shirts with horses on them. I spoke it into existence. I didn't write affirmations. I didn't know about affirmations back then. I didn't know about all of these things that I'm teaching you. I didn't know these things back then. They happen. You speak things into your life all the time. You may not know it, you may not be aware, but you speak things into your life all the time. Prayer is real. You have to understand this one. You have to understand the human. You have to understand how we were engineered in the image of God, or higher source, or higher self, or infinite intelligence, whatever you want to say, whatever label you want to put on that. But you have to understand the magnificence of who you are. When you look into a mirror, you have to understand what you see. Most people don't. Most people are blind in that respect. So I spoke it into existence. I said, one day I'm going to make so much money that I'm only going to wear shirts with horses on them. And then one day, I saw them at a discount store. And so I go, wow, I didn't know Ross has like Ralph Lauren shirts. And I went into Ross, I go, praise God. God made the way. God made the way. I went into Ross and I bought my first Ralph Lauren shirt. And then I went to this discount store and I go, whoa, they have them over here too, right? It was an outlet store, you know. And so I started collecting these, right? I started collecting these. But I manifested this, or let's say it another way, I accomplished this goal, okay? But there was a divine intervention. Because if not, I would have had to pay $100 a shirt, okay? Now I pay $100 a shirt. But I was making $5 an hour then, right? So getting to the point where I even got them from Ross, right? Back in the day, we're talking 20 years ago, maybe more than 20 years ago, like 25 years ago. Like way a long time ago, okay? And when Ross, you know, was carrying these things, I was like, whoa, you know, and it wasn't that expensive. I could afford it at that time, okay? But I'm telling you that God makes the way. God opens the doors, okay? Your life path will unfold if you allow it. But what do? We have free will. What do we do with free will? We go, nope, I want to do this. Nope, I'm going to steer this ship over here. Nope, I've got this white-knuckled grip on life. I'm going to go here. Nope, I'm going to force this. I'm going to do... No. Just let go. Just let go. Just let go. Just allow. And you have to allow yourself out. If you don't allow yourself out, if you try to micromanage every little thing in your life and you don't let go and let God, you're going to go around like this. You're going to be like this, okay? You're going to be uptight. You're going to hold yourself back from opportunities. This is holding yourself back from opportunities. This is being closed up. This is being closed-minded. This is being full of anxiety, fear, guilt, and shame. This is all of those negative emotions. Every negative emotion is rooted in fear. Every single one of them. Okay? Romans 4:17, the God who gives life to the dead and calls into being things that were not. Okay? Check it out. Romans 4:17. Affirmations and speaking things into existence is real. Okay, that's speaking things into existence. I spoke it into existence. That's, you know. And then what happened after that? Well, after my first few Ralph Lauren shirts, I was like, wow, I noticed that it's made really well. You know, these things last a long time. So if I buy one Ralph Lauren shirt, like it could last me longer, and then I'm actually saving money here. So I started buying better clothes. I started buying clothes with horses on them. That's the horse story. Maybe your story is different. Maybe your story is, I don't know, something else. It doesn't matter what you want. It doesn't matter what appeals to you. You can do it. You just need to know what and why. What do you want and why do you want it? Okay, so affirmations and declarations shape your reality. Okay, if you want proof, Job 22:28, try that. Try look into that. You will also declare a thing and it will be established for you, so light will shine on your ways. Okay? Light will shine on your ways. Light will shine on the things that you do. Okay? Because you've declared it. You've declared it, okay? It'll be established. Affirmations, declarations, you declare it, okay? Now, if you're going around declaring evil, yeah, you're going to manifest that too, okay? You're going to manifest that too. But here's the thing. Let me tell you about evil. Let me tell you about negativity. You are only 3 steps. There's only 3 steps down with negativity. There's only 3, okay? The street, okay, that's 1. Below the street, prison, that's 2. Below the prison, graveyard. That's all. Just 3 steps. You can recover from the first one. You can recover from the second one. You can't recover from the third one. The wages of sin is death. Okay. So now, let's recap. Okay. You can think it, you can write it, and you can speak it into existence. I don't care what it is. It works for every living human. It's your subconscious mind working with the superconscious, which is consciousness or God. There is only the conscious, the subconscious, and superconscious. That's all there is. Okay, this is not magic in the magic sense. The magical part is you're a human being. The blessing is that you're a human. It's a very, very high blessing to be a human. Romans 12:2. Try that one. Do not conform to the pattern of this world. Okay, you know there's an old saying that Christians have, right? Like you can be in the world but not of the world. Okay, so Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your mind. Okay, reprogramming your mind, your subconscious. That's what it's talking about. Okay, reprogramming of your mind. Inner transformation in here, okay? You transform in here, okay? When you transform in here, guess what happens out here? The law of correspondence happens out here. Everything out here corresponds with everything in here. Everything out there reacts to everything in here. Once you change this one, everything changes to accommodate this one because they're reacting to this one. So you change this one, and you change everything. Everything. So who has the power? Somebody else? Who has the power? The system or you? You have the power. You hold the power. But the thing is, right? We have eyes. We have eyes. So when we have eyes, what do? We seek. Where do we seek? We seek out there. We look out there. We look for the answers out there. The answers are in here. You were born with the answers. You were born with infinite intelligence. Don't confuse intelligence with education. Okay? Einstein said, education will take you from A to Z, but imagination will take you everywhere, right? Everywhere. Okay, so don't confuse. Imagination is intelligence. Everything is intelligent. Everything in the universe is intelligent. The blades of grass outside are intelligent. They know to respond to the sun. They know to respond and grow. Did you know that trees communicate? Trees communicate. They communicate through the roots. They speak to each other, but not like we do. But they speak to each other. They communicate. Did you know that certain species of plants actually turn poisonous? So you cannot eat the fruit until it replenishes itself. So when it's in scarcity, okay, rather than abundance, when it's in scarcity and the numbers start shrinking, they turn poisonous so that humans and animals can't eat them. And then what happens? Well, then years and years go by and it starts to replenish. The species start to replenish. And then what happens? Then it turns edible again. Now you can eat the fruit. That's how intelligent plants are. Okay, did you know you can talk to plants? Did you know that plants can hear you? My grandmother used to tell me that. How did she know? She used to talk to her plants. We used to think something was wrong with Tutu. It's like, hey, what's wrong with Tutu? She's talking to the plants. The plants can't hear her. Oh, yes, they can. They don't hear as we hear, but they feel your vibration. Okay? So, you know, there's been experiments done, right, in Japan, where They have rice in bowls, and you speak kind words and gratitude to one bowl, and then you curse the other bowl. The other one spoils faster. Philippians 4:8. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, think about such things. In other words, don't waste your thoughts on rubbish. Don't waste your thoughts on things that don't matter. Don't waste your thoughts. You only have so long to live. Your time is your life. Are you going to spend your time being productive, or are you going to spend your time allowing it to be wasted? Are you going to waste your time on things? Or are you going to apply your thoughts to things that matter, like you, your life, your family, the people you love, the people you care about? So, when you start to think about things, think good thoughts. You can change your thoughts. Okay. Some people are like, yeah, I can't. How are you gonna think positive? I got a hard time thinking positive. You know why? Because the negative loop has already been established in your subconscious. That's why. Okay. So when you change your mind, you free yourself. Okay. So forgiveness is freedom. Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. When you forgive someone, when you say, I forgive you, it doesn't mean like, okay, now I'm going to forgive you, I'm going to hang out with you, I'm going to be your friend. No, I had to forgive a lot of people. I had to forgive a lot of people I worked with. I had to forgive a lot of people I grew up with. I had to forgive a lot of people that I came into contact with. I had to forgive a lot of people. But forgiveness is for you. It's to release you of karma. How does that work? Oh, uncle, how does that work, uncle? Okay, I'll tell you how it works. It works through your subconscious. Because when you don't forgive, okay, and you see that person all the time and you're angry with that person, okay, what are you doing? You're taking emotion, you're taking intention, and you're marrying it, okay? And that's exactly how you manifest things. That's exactly how you bring things into your world. That's exactly how you make money. This is exactly how you succeed. And it's exactly how you fail. Exactly how you fail. So, forgive. Forgive. Okay? It doesn't mean you're going to love them. Doesn't mean you're going to hang out with them and buy them lunch and you go to the beach with them, or, hang out in the mountains with them, or go skiing with them. No. No. Forgive. When you forgive, you're taking care of this one. When you forgive, you're clearing the subconscious of this one. Now, things unfold better. Okay? Your natural rhythm comes into play. It starts to unfold better. Because you forgave. Forgiving is releasing. Okay? There's a reason why they say hold grudges, because you're holding it. You're holding grudges. Okay? Let go. Okay? Sometimes you have to let go of family. Sometimes you have to let go of people you love. Sometimes you have to let go of people you love because you love them. Sometimes you have to let go of people you love because you forgive and love them. But mostly because you have to learn to love this one. Okay? Everything out there reacts to everything in here. When you love this, people out here will love this. Okay? But you have to make the first step. You have to take the first step. You have to forgive first. Okay? Especially if you want others to forgive you. Okay? Whatever you want. Okay? And this is universal law. Whatever you want, you have to give first. Do you want time and attention? Give time and attention first. You want love? Give love first. You want money? Give money first. A lot of people go, oh, well, I don't have money. Everybody has some sort of money. You have pennies somewhere, give the pennies to little kids. They appreciate, you know. That's only pennies. Children appreciate pennies. Give it to the kids. Give it to your kids. Give it to your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. Give it away. Whatever it is you want in life, you have to give it first. And the fastest way to succeed with what you want in life is to help someone else get it first. I've been doing this for 36 years, professionally. The other day, my mom was telling me stories. She said, you know, when you were a little kid, see, I grew up in this place called Hanalei. It's on the island of Kauai in Hawaii. And I grew up with a lot of poor people. And my friends didn't have very much at all. And my mom used to buy me all kinds of toys, my mom and dad, you know. And I used to send them home with my toys. And my mom said, we were so mad, we were so upset with you. You gave away all your toys. I said, but Mom, they didn't have toys. They didn't have toys. You know? So, give away your toys. Give away some of your toys. Everybody has toys, right? We have toys. We have things that we love and we love to play with and we love to have around, but sometimes we have too many. You know, I know people that have 3 or 4 bicycles. Give one away. I just gave a guitar to the guy that taught me how to play guitar. You know, it was an expensive guitar. It wasn't a cheap one. I just gave it to him. But I gave it to him out of gratitude. I gave it to him because I was grateful that he took the time to teach me my first chords when I was young. Always remember your mentors. Always remember people that help you. When you do this, you're helping this one, okay? The law of oneness says that we're all connected. We're all connected. And we're all connected through divinity. The term namaste means the divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. Divinity. The law of oneness. We are all one in here. Whatever you call this, spirit, energy, what do you call that? Whatever you believe that to be, okay? That's what you and I have in common. So, whatever you do out here affects this one. Whatever you do in here affects that. So, when you want better for this one, start out here, okay? Whatever you want. You want love? Okay, go out here and love. You want money? Okay, go give money out here. Okay, everything comes back. Everything comes back. The law of reciprocity, everything comes back. Everything. Okay, I give all the time. And you know what I give the most of? I give time. I give time the most. Okay, because, you know, anybody can throw money at a charity. Anybody can throw money. Okay, I can throw money at charities. I don't. You know why? I do my charity. I give my time. Give your time to the kids. Give your time to adults. Give your time to mentor. Give your time to teach. Give your time. Share your knowledge. Share the things that you've accumulated in knowledge, in life experience. You know, so many people come to me and they go, wow, I want to learn how to make money online. I was like, what can you do? What is your expertise? Oh, I'm a, you know, whatever. Right? Well, can you take that experience and put it online and teach people how? That's how people make money. That's the future, okay? Here's what the future is going to look like, just so that you guys understand what the future is going to be. The future is not going to be about like it was in the past. Okay, they call it the past for a reason. That's done. It's already gone. We are in great transition, but it's a good transition. And it's a good transition because in the future, right, the definition of success is going to be who helps the most, who gives the most value to people. Give value, okay? Give of this one. Give of yourself. Give of your knowledge. Give of your expertise in your field. Everybody does something. Everybody has natural gifts. Figure out what your natural gifts are. If you don't know what your natural gifts are, get one of these, okay? And get one of these and start writing, okay? And here's how to do it. I'll teach you how to do it, all right? You write down a question, just like you're going to ask a question orally. Write it down. You know, how do I find out what my talents are? Then you're going to get an answer. Write down that answer. Your talent will be exposed when you start doing whatever. And you just write your ideas on paper, okay? And when you start to, you know, read everything you've written, you'll see a story, and the story will start coming out, and it'll start giving you the answers, okay? Now I want to share my book with you. This is on Amazon, The Universal Law of Attraction and Singing. This is not necessarily about singing per se, but this is more about how the human voice brings things into your world. How you can speak the dream. How you can use the voice to raise your frequency, to raise your vibration. A lot of people are not aware that you tune a human being the same way you tune an instrument. The exact same thing. The exact same way. Okay? Hi, guys. Hey, Karen. Hey, Jay. Hey, Manuel. Good morning. Sorry, I didn't forget about you guys. Adnan. Good morning, Adnan. Thank you very much for your kind words. Thank you so much. What do you have, Manuel? Oh, you have the book. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you very much. Thank you. So this is the Universal Law of Attraction and Singing. This is about how the human voice calms you inside so you can think. How the human voice calms you inside so you can be well. It's been over a year since I've caught a cold. I think the last thing that went wrong with me was, I can't even remember when I got sick, but I think it was about a little over a year ago. But I see people that are sick all the time because they're running themselves into the ground. Are you running yourself into the ground for money? If so, you need to learn how to attract it. You need to learn how to attract money. You need to learn how to do it. And money is an energy. And in order to invite that energy into your world, you have to be receptive to it. You have to be conducive to it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about vibration. Okay? I'm talking about being cheerful, being happy, okay? Being content. How do you do that? Well, you start with happy thoughts. Okay? Instead of scrolling, instead of, do what I call intentional scrolling. Okay? So for a long time, what I did, and people on Instagram know this, that follow me on Instagram. Okay, they know this. I used to follow luxury accounts and I used to post luxury pictures. Okay, you know why? Because it made me feel good. Okay, because I wasn't watching people shoot people. I wasn't watching people, whatever, that kind of stuff, right? But yeah, change your scrolling. Change your feed. Follow accounts that make you feel good. Follow people that make you feel good. When you follow people that make you feel good and you start feeling good, you have raised your vibration. Okay? It's important. It's really, really, really super important. Because when you change your vibration, you're changing your mind. Because you have changed your thoughts. When you change your mind, you change your life. Why? Okay, let's go back to the tree really quick because I gotta go. Okay? Your subconscious, your beliefs. Okay? The body of the tree is your paradigm. The way you see the world is dictated by your beliefs. So beliefs, the roots, then you go to the body of the tree. Now, this is how you see the world based upon what you believe, the roots of the tree, okay? Then you go up the body of the tree, and then you get the fruits up here, okay? The fruits, your actions. And what happens with the fruits, with your actions and your decisions, you get results. So you have a good tree, good fruit, good results. Can you take a bad tree and turn it into a good tree? Of course, right? Just like in real life, put a little fertilizer, water the tree, take care of the tree, show the tree love, give the tree love. Then what? Good fruit. Good fruit, success. Good fruit, better decisions. Better decisions, better outcomes, better life. Change your mind, change your life. It all begins with how you think. Okay? So your most dominant thoughts, the things you think about the most all day long, go into your subconscious as beliefs. That changes how you see the world. That dictates how you act. And how you act determines what you receive in life. Okay. Any more questions? Karen, could you hold up your book again, please? Oh, sure, Karen. Yeah, sure. This is my book. This is my book right here. The Universal Law of Attraction and Singing. My name is Junior Kekuewa Jr. Kekuewajr, period. Sure. Thank you, Jay. Jay's our moderator on TikTok. We have 100 some odd, I don't know. So you guys on TikTok, because I gotta go, because they're gonna push me off. It's at the 1 hour mark. But this is our account on TikTok, and we're very grateful for you guys. Thank you very much, TikTok. 152,600 people on TikTok. This is our international account. Thank you very much. Sure, Karen, no problem. Thank you. Anyway, we've come to another awesome end of an awesome day. So yeah, get out there and love somebody today. Okay? In Olelo, Hawaii, we say, ehana ihana mai kai inala apau. Okay? Do something good every day. Do something good. Okay? When you do something good, right? You're doing it out here, right? Okay? It comes back to this one. Because then you feel good. When you do good things, you feel good. When you give, you feel good. When you praise, you feel good. Okay? When you love, you get love. Okay? Whatever you want, give it first. I'm Junior Kekuewa Jr. Mahalo, aloha. This is what we do in Hawaii. We do this in Hawaii. Okay? So just do one of these. Like it's not this. Okay? It's this. So we do this in Hawaii. So take care. Anyway, we love to have you guys here. We love having you guys. Thank you so much. We're on 7 platforms right now. So wherever you are, if you're on YouTube, if you're on, I can't mention all of them because the TikTok algorithm will just mess us up. But yes, thank you, TikTok, for being here. Manuel, thank you. Adnan, thank you. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Afro. Thank you, Jay, for moderating. Thank you, guys. See you soon. And Facebook. Thank you very much. Go to the website. The website is hereforyoulifecoaching.com. We have personal, in-person options. We have online options. We have free options. Write to me at junior@hereforyoulifecoaching.com. Okay. So I just, the international feed is gone right now. So it's just us. So if you guys have any questions, just write to me, junior@hereforyoulifecoaching.com. You can also just message me anytime you want. So I'm very accessible. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for being here. And aloha. Have a happy Aloha Friday. Take care. Ahoy.